right, Alana, is it safe to call this a cool down at this point? I know it's a little bit cooler than yesterday, but
every degree counts.
Yeah, right?
Still sweating.
I know.
Still sweating.
Does it make a difference at this point?
It is just so hot. It has been so hot. Think of the folks down in St. George.
No, I'm sorry.
They have seen triple digits throughout the entire month of July. That's not going to end, but we do see a little bit of a break for them in the future. I'll show you what I mean. Live look from Utah Lake. This is Linden. People just got back in the water, but we had a storm that popped up, bubbled up, bringing 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts and hail with it that tracked through Eagle Mountain, lots of lightning with it as well, and is now impacting Pleasant Grove and moving towards Cedar Hills. As we zoom in and take a look, you can see the lightning over the lake, so people making sure that it's clear just north of Orem towards Pleasant Grove. That's where that system is. It was a cell that bubbled up, it packed a punch, and it's on the move. Speaking of on the move, the storms near Flaming Gorge in Manila are doing just that into southwestern Wyoming, impacting Rock Springs with lots of lightning. Sliding down to Castle Country where lightning's abundant. We get some rain and some gusty winds. Green River also a recipient of activity this afternoon. Near the I-70, I-15 interchange over Richfield, Fremont Indian State Park, likely getting some activity here, and towards Loa. We can see those storms mean business. They came on through. Also the West Desert, Milford, checked out places like Oak City. What we're watching in the West Desert is development because those storms will be tracking towards the Wasatch Front as we head into tonight. A little more isolated in nature than what we saw yesterday for Pioneer Day, but the chance of a storm still exists, and it's a marginal risk, meaning isolated severe storms are possible. 96 degrees in Salt Lake, that's actually average. So the cool down brought us to where we should be this time of year. 90s along the rest of the Wasatch Front, just shy of triple digits in Moab, 107 in St. George, and a lot of 90s on the I-15 corridor. Along the Wasatch Front, we'll see those temperatures dropping into the low 90s through tonight. An isolated storm, breezy conditions at times. The sun officially sets at 10 to 9 tonight. I know those shorter days, but we're still in the dog days of summer. You know what I'm talking about. Here's the setup as we head into tomorrow. That area of high pressure has ushered in that warmth, but because it is to the east and will continue to track a little further to our southeast, it does allow for that moisture to move into the state. But moisture will wane just a little bit as we head into tomorrow as it slightly scoots away. Isolated potential is still there, though. Let's look at the futurecast because it keeps things moving through tonight. Storms tracking to the northeast. Here we are by 8 p.m. Wasatch Front impacts. There's potential there. Eastern Utah and southern Utah could also see some storms bubbling up. As we head into the overnight, we lose that daytime heating, partly cloudy skies, and we are off to the races for our Wednesday. As you can see, by the afternoon, daytime heating helps, and we do see central Utah tapping into some isolated storms for our Wednesday afternoon and evening. After that, drier conditions really do start to take over from the West Desert, working that drier air east, and things quiet down for our Thursday. Here's a look at Wednesday potential when it comes to flash flooding. The Swell, Capitol Reef, and Bryce Canyon all have the possibility. Different from today, we were in the probable category for the Swell and Capitol Reef, so easing up just slightly. But you know, if there's a chance of a flash flood, you have to be extremely careful. You want to know before you go. No low-lying areas. Moisture Tracker shows you that area of high pressure and how we do get drier conditions as we roll through the weekend. I show you this so you know the long range because that high's on the move, and it does bring an influx of moisture back into the forecast early next week. So we get a break from storms, but we're not totally finished with them. Heads up there. Okay, 90s for tomorrow, and we will see those numbers climbing. 107 in Moab, 108 in St. George, where the triple digits hold steady. But here is that break I talked about. In the 7-day, we get storms Monday and Tuesday, and that could cool us to the upper 90s. For St. George, who has been in the 110-plus arena, that is a break. Wasatch Front showing off triple digits for the next several days. Slight chance of a storm for tomorrow. We do cool down into next week with more cloud cover, and the chance of isolated storms shows up on Tuesday.